Huskers took the field here for the first time on game week against Fresno State, and it was a familiar sight to see the Blackshirts back on the practice field, and all 13 different players received their Blackshirts here on Tuesday.
Having no idea about the recent past and what wasn't maybe done with the Blackshirts, I mean, it seemed like an arduous task. This time, I think, as you mentioned, giving out the Blackshirts this time around was fun, and you know, we just like installing a defense or what have you. You know, we started from square one, explained the history behind it. The addition this year was the fact that we had John Perla, a former Blackshirt, and had him come up in front of the group and tell the group from a player's perspective, which was awesome. As far as you know, what it meant, you know, from a standpoint, again, from a player's perspective, and you know, bringing up the word brotherhood, you know, and playing together, playing for one another, you know, the sacrifices that you put forth for one another, and the fact that you come out every day, establish a way to play, and you earn it every day when you come out to the field.
And no matter who you are, getting a black shirt for the first time, or even if it's the second or the third time, it's a special day.
There's not really any words to say or to explain how it feels, but it's just a huge, I'm trying to figure the words to say it now. I could say is this: wearing that black shirt means something bigger than the shirt. It means that I'm representing not just me and my teammates, I'm representing the people who wore the black shirt before. So I know I have a huge expectation on my back.
I mean, yeah, like you said, growing up in Nebraska, this has been a dream of mine ever since I knew what football was. So to walk down the locker room and see it hanging on my locker, it's honestly kind of still hard to believe. It's just an incredible feeling.
It feels real good, you know. Like you said, 3 years, took 3 years to get it. You know, being behind those guys and everything like that, they had all the shine, but you know, it's humbling to finally earn the shirt.
It just kind of puts a pep in your step. I mean, you feel it, you know, and you know, you know what it represents, and you know, the whole defense is our black shirts, you know, but you know, when you get to actually put it on, and you know, it's like you're putting the whole black shirt, everyone who's played before and everyone, you know, who's going to play in the future, it's like you're just putting them on, you know what I mean? They're all behind you, and you know, all that gusto, I don't know what you want to say, even all that power is just in you, you know.
It's nice. It's an honor for me because, you know, I didn't get one my freshman year, didn't get one my sophomore year, and this is my first year to get one, so it's an honor for me to get one of these.
What was that feeling when you walked into the locker room and saw it sitting there?
That feeling is like, you can't explain that feeling. You know, you just seeing that jersey up there, knowing that now that you represent the guys that were before you and the guys that are, you know, coming after you. So it's like I said, it's a very great honor.
And who know better to talk about what it means to be a black shirt than former black shirt John Perella, now Nebraska's first-year defensive line coach.
You know, it's one of the longest traditions in football. I mean, it's something that means a lot to our team, means a lot to the guys that played before, and it'll mean a lot to the guys that are going to play here next year and the years after.
Of the 13 players that received black shirts here on Tuesday, there was one noticeably missing player, starting safety Kyron Williams. Defensive coordinator Mark Banker dove into why Williams did not receive his black shirt here on Tuesday.
For Kyron, you know, I don't know. You'd have to ask Kyron, but I think overall, again, it's something that people, you know, work for, not only off the field, in the weight room, in practice, the way they carry themselves, the leadership, and all that stuff. But I think Kyron, along with probably about 4 other guys that are right there from a standpoint of becoming black shirts, I think they need to prove it to themselves, prove it to the group that they, in fact, truly earned it, because that's what it should be. It should be earned, just as in order to keep that black shirt, it should be earned as well. And he's done a tremendous job. You know, I think we've talked about Kyron along the way here in camp, and you know, in fact, my wife was just here at the end of practice, and she showed me last night an interview he did yesterday for somebody here in the group or group, you know, the whole group or whatever. But you know, just his maturity and the way he expresses himself, and then it has translated to the field as well. So let's do it, you know, in front of the nation.
And finally, one of the bigger challenges this week for Nebraska's defense will be getting ready for the tempo and the speed of this Fresno State Bulldog offense.
Right now we're just going to practice, and we're doing, Coach Banger has us doing stuff that allows us to get prepared for the tempo, and Coach just has a scheme for it, so whatever they're telling us to do, we're just going to go with it and go with the game plan.
Secondary coach Brian Stewart also told me here on Tuesday that he'd like to get true freshman defensive back Lamar Jackson about 25 to 30 game snaps against Fresno on Saturday. With the Huskers here in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.